All right. Now, because I'm going to run out of time if I don't do this now, I wanted to send everybody off to Christmas, to their Christmas holiday, with just a reminder of why it is important that you don't forget what the purpose of Christmas is. The purpose of Christmas, obviously, is to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Imagine.
Now, what happens if we forget that? I am going to give you just a little taste of that right now. 'Twas the night before a non-denominational or denominational celebratory day, when all through the residential dwelling, either rented or owned, not a creature was stirring, not even an evolution-advanced small furry species that must be respected. The hosiery, which may be worn of any person regardless of gender, was hung in a gentle manner using recyclable materials by the chimney with care, in hopes that a follically gifted person of enhanced girth, who nevertheless agrees that trans fat should be banned by the government, soon would be there. The younger but equally valuable members of the family, who may or may not be biologically related to the head of household, were nestled most respectfully and without the possibility of physical discipline, all snug in their beds, while non-drug-induced and perfectly acceptable visions of organic fruit danced in a most non-suggestive manner in their heads. And the female-male transgendered household, in his/her kerchief cap headwear of choice, and I in my kerchief cap headwear of choice, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Went out on the lawn, sidewalk, street space, not enclosed by walls, to respect those who can't afford lawns or who may be homeless, which is a tragic condition that should not be judged. There arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, not produced by any incendiary device, threw open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon, on the portion of female anatomy that cannot be set on the air due to FCC restrictions of the new fallen snow, gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes or other means of sensing should appear or emerge, but a mode of environmentally friendly transportation of compact stature that does not contribute to the worldwide concern of global warming, nor uses unreplenishable fossil fuels, and 8 tiny hoofed animals that should never be hunted for sport. With a senior citizen driver of a vertically challenged disposition so lively and quick, not meaning to imply that senior citizen drivers of a vertically challenged disposition and of no denominational significance are not normally lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be the follically gifted person of enhanced girth who nevertheless agrees that trans fat should be banned by the government. More rapid than an avian species that is protected under federal law, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted, but not in an aggressive manner, and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. These names are not meant to imply any value-laden judgment or gender specificity. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, or other point on land that could be viewed by anyone either with or without a home. Now dash away all. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof, or other point of the building within view of anyone either with or without a home, the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand or prosthesis, whichever applies, and was turning around, down the chimney the follically gifted person of enhanced girth came with a bound. He was dressed in an outfit that was comprised of a fur-like material made of recyclable hemp-based material from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with a non-tobacco ash-like substance and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler as he opened his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his genetically inherited features, how merry. His cheeks were like locally grown roses, his nose like an organic cherry grown in Madison Parks. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the facial hair on his face was as lacking in color as the snow. A wink of his eye, not meaning to imply anything sexual or inappropriate, and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word nor sign to the hearing impaired any indication he was communicating with me, but went straight to his hourly or salaried union contracted task, recently negotiated and agreed upon by all parties in collective bargaining agreements, and filled the hosiery which may be worn by any person regardless of gender and washed in a gentle manner using only recyclable materials, then turned with a jerk that may or may not be grounds for a workers' comp or disability claim, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his mode of environmentally friendly transportation of compact stature that does not contribute to the worldwide concern of global warming nor uses unreplenishable fossil fuels, and to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim or sign to the hearing impaired as he drove soberly out of sight, "Happy non-denominational or denominational celebratory day, and to all a good night." That's what it sounds like when you take Jesus out of the holiday. I'm just saying. Yes, I had to record that in order to not biff it.
It's terrific.
People, I want everybody to have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas is not my way of poking my Jewish friends in the eye, or I believe it or not, I have pagan friends in the eye.
Pagan?
It is just what the holiday is meant to celebrate, and please accept is truly a wish of honest goodwill. Merry Christmas. Really. If it's gone, if it becomes nothing more than what Annie Laurie Gaylor and the rest of the kooky lefties want, it becomes that poem. And it might be fun to listen to it, but it wouldn't be fun to live it. Happy non-denominational or denominational celebratory day. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Brian Schimming, have a wonderful Christmas.
You as well.
Happy New Year. I am back on the 3rd of January. So I know that, we all say it on radio. See you guys next year. Be safe.